That one eye will be on the Duckworth-Lewis score as well all through this innings. That's because you're seeing a nice blanket of cloud right above us. The start has been good for UAE. Another straight drive, this time from the bat of Aryan Sharma. Another elegant hit to the fence. They're looking good in the middle, and they're dishing out a flurry of hits to the fence very early in their innings, the UAE batters.
Yeah, just a little too full yet again from Sompal Kami, and look at that beautiful flow of the bat from Aryan Sharma, and that is a testament that he's in form. Plays it along the ground, plays it straight, plays it in the gap, and gets 4 runs. 4 runs to start the over. Duckworth-Lewis method, the power score was 6, so they're well ahead of that. All they need to do is not lose wickets.
Nicely fielded there by Nandan Yadav. Takes some effort for the tall, lanky pacer to come down and stop that when it's travelling off an outside edge.
And that's the boundary again. Just exquisite and elegance personified from Aryansh. And then that gentle dab. And Nandan Yadav does well to stop that. And you can see Dipendra Singh Airi running all the way to Nandan Yadav, appreciating his effort. That'll mean a lot for Nandan.
Airi would have told Nandan, "You've done an Airi there. Well done, my friend." I like this approach by the UAE batters. They've got to trust this surface, and I feel there is runs on offer if you apply yourself early.
That's what we saw from Nepal as well. Vinod Bhandari is a prime example of how he took some time earlier on in the innings and then was able to score runs and build a partnership alongside his skipper Rohit Podel. So if Adib Usmani and Aryan Sharma can replicate that, they've done that already. They know the formula for success on this pitch. Remember, UAE is playing the second game on the same pitch, so they know these conditions well. Another nicely timed hit for a single.
Shoaib, correct me if I'm wrong. Nilanj Keswani missing out and Mohammad Sohaib coming in. Khuzaimah bin Tanweer injured. Not too sure if he'll come out to bat. Is UAE batting with a batter short in this contest despite the injury of Khuzaimah as well?
That's a very great, good observation there, Mikhail. I think they're definitely going to struggle in the middle order. Zohaib can bat, mind you. He's handy with the bat. But he's not somebody who's scored 200s in the domestic circuit and has made a comeback into the team like Nilanj Keswani. So they're going to definitely miss the services of Nilanj Keswani with the bat in this innings. And like you pointed out, Khuzaimah is also handy with the bat, but we might not see him in action. So the top 4-5 need to take the responsibility for UAE to bat the 50 overs. If they can do that, they might just be able to chase this target down.
Yeah, that's why Mohammad Wasim's role as a middle order batter needs to show up today. Missed out in the last 2 games. Decisive blow. And he's got plenty of bat on this. And that's an incredible strike from the bat of Aryan Sharma. And that's what a batter looks like when he's coming off a century in the previous game. Wonderfully struck in a 6 to end over number 3.
Yeah, that's a great pickup from Aryan Sharma. It seems like he's continuing from where he left off a couple of days ago, and I think that ball might just have hit someone in the stands. 3 overs bowled. It's 25 for no loss.
Overs, one of the previous ball of the last over and one of the first of this. So this is some intent and execution by the UAE batters. They are in the mix and in the chase.
Yeah, there was Adib Usmani reaching for that one. Doesn't come from the middle, but he still managed to clear the infield, and it's gone all the way, in fact, onto the dugout there, onto the shade of the dugout, into the pavilion. Good start to the over. That's very well done again. A little too full from Lalit.
Out the good start.
They're scoring at 10 and over, which is excellent from these two. And that was the 6 on the very first ball of the over. Again goes aerial, goes straight, goes downtown, and goes for a boundary. Aryan Sharma and Adib Usmani enjoying the time out there in the middle.
Yeah, this plan's not working here for Rohit Paudel. He'll have to rethink some strategies over here, but I've got to really admire and commend the effort of the batters. They're not missing out on the scoring opportunities, and they're making full use of the field restriction. Just clearing that left foot, Aryan Sharma, is in the peak of his powers here. Measured hits, pressure on Rajbanshi. 11 already in the first 4. You can hear the sound of some thundering, and I believe we can also sense some rain pouring down. Yeah, you get the impression now the heavy downpour is just around the corner, because the thickness and the density of the droplets can be seen from the combox here.
Yeah, ominous signs here. And I think both these teams wouldn't want rain to intervene. You can see on the screens as well, big droplets of rain, and you can also see the groundsmen getting ready to bring on the covers. End of the over, four overs completed, 36 without a wicket.
You've got to really look at the situation currently these teams are placed in, and I believe these conditions over here and the weather and the rain can be a nuisance value to their progress into the top 4, because both these teams cannot really rely on a point each. That 1 point will not help their cause. It's only the 2 points that will certainly give them some hope in their rise and surge into the top 4, or should I say top 6 first up. And that's why a full game here will come in handy, because both of them are eyeing 2 points. Good start if Adib Usmani. He's looked extremely impressive. Change in bowling for Nandan Yadav begins with the false start, and good to see him back. He can certainly crank up the pace.
Yes, Nandan Yadav, he's an exciting prospect for Nepal. He's got raw pace, he's good, he's young, he's tall. All the qualities of a fast bowler that you would want to see. I think with more game time, he'll get even better. That's down the leg side, a tickle, and Adib Usmani perishes in a similar fashion. Nandan Yadav strikes, gets a game, makes it count.
Nandan Yadav justifies his selection in the playing 11. The crowd are on their feet. And a rather unlucky dismissal here for Adib Usmani. Just got some glove on it, and Ravindra Vimalasiri gives him the marching orders. They all knew it. There was something on the way to the wicketkeeper. Nandan celebrates. What a start for him after being drafted into the playing 11. And Nepal finally draw first blood. Usmani walks back for 14 and 13. UAE lose their first. Yeah, the umbrellas are out and people are running for cover. That's because the intensity of the rain seems to be increasing as the ground staff get into contingency mode here and combat mode. What a time to eke out a wicket. What a time to just create an opportunity here. Yeah, the Duckworth Lewis says you need to be at 36 at this stage, and UAE are just there. That's the head of the ground staff, Mr. Mamon. He's been pivotal in creating some wonderful surfaces. Prageet Rambakuela finally tells the ground staff, bring out the covers. That's because rain is stopping play. Oh, what a time for rain to come and play spoil sport. We spoke about rain being the nuisance value. Nepal players don't want to head back. The batters for the moment will oblige, as it's still getting darker too.